So recently, Bungie has made a huge announcement on some big changes that are going to affect all of PvP. And I really want to talk about this because I want to share my thoughts on my feedback on these this information on the changes that we're going to be getting that's going to affect all of Crucible. And I'm curious on what all of your thoughts are as well when it comes to a lot of these changes. But yeah, so for those who don't know, the Crucible, basically a lot of things that the Checkmate mode has is going to affect every Crucible experience. Like, it's not just going to be in the Crucible labs or trials or just 3v3. It's going to be in every single experience is what I'm getting out of this. And so even Mayhem's not safe. But yeah, so basically what is going to be happening is, for starters, they're going to increase our base health by like 30 HP. And already that's going to affect time to kill, but they are going to be increasing damage to a lot of weapons, and specifically focus on crit damage being increased. So basically what is happening is the time to kill, it doesn't sound like it's going to change if you're landing your headshots. But if you're landing body shots, then that's where it's going to be affected, which kind of rolls into more of like the competitive end of Crucible, which again, I'll share my thoughts in a moment. But yes, that's one of the big changes, and including like, you know, some buffs to certain weapons and stuff. But the other huge change that's going to affect all of the Crucible is the special ammo economy. Basically, the special ammo economy that is inside of Checkmate is now going to affect every mode. So for those who don't know how it works, essentially is that you have to earn your special ammo. You actually have to go and get like a certain amount of, like, you know, kills to then earn the special ammo. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to assume that even in 6v6, that if you die, you can take the special ammo with you. If you don't use it, it's when you use it that it goes away. But if you want special ammo, you can't just take out somebody and then pick up their special ammo and then, you know, just keep doing that. It's going to be, you gotta earn the special ammo. You have to do objectives. You got to get assists or kills and all this other stuff. Like, you just gotta play the game and you'll get your special ammo, and you'll get like 2 rounds for like a sniper or something like that when it fills up, which is like 100 points. So with that is obviously going to affect a lot of like how the Crucible feels. Like, we're curious on how this is going to play out, and so am I. So yeah, those are like the big changes. Now, just to kind of share my thoughts on this. I have said this for a while now, that Destiny trying to be competitive in every shape and form is probably one of the ways that they shouldn't go about with Destiny, in my opinion, because no matter what, Destiny is not going to be a balanced experience unless you want to make it boring. Builds, making fun, you know, loadouts, making grinds for certain weapons to make some crazy builds with that and stuff like that is a huge priority, at least in the 6v6 experience. In 3v3, I can completely understand a lot of these changes and stuff like that, and actually am all for it. But where I get more concerned is when I just want to have fun and mess with my special weapons, or just in general like builds and stuff, that, you know, I would focus more on having fun in 6v6 and want that to be the focus. That's the other thing also I didn't mention is ability cooldowns are also going to be changing, where they're going to take a little bit longer and stuff like that. And again, you know, where the priority of competitive experiences for PvP over just making it a chaotic, fun experience. And I know that everyone's mixed on this, and this is why I want to make this conversation, because to be honest, for me, I just want to see how it plays out. But at the same time, especially like with how they're making it more competitive, like with, you're rewarded for more crit damage. But then you think about, okay, well, cheating, that is still a huge issue that's happening in PvP, and that hasn't been fully answered. And I feel like that is just going to make things more frustrating when dealing with cheaters and stuff like that. So there's of course that big issue, but again, I think that with everything else, like skill-based matchmaking, with lag and stuff like that, it's just having things be focused on being more competitive when there's so many other issues on the foundation of PvP that is going to make this frustrating in most cases, more than just being like, oh, this is understandable. And I'm not saying that how the Crucible is now is not frustrating with the ammo economy and stuff like that for special weapons and stuff. But again, the point I'm making is when I go into a 6v6 experience, I just want to emphasize having fun over it being just a competitive experience. That's at least how I look at it. And actually, I've been somebody who would like Bungie to promote more fun activities, like bringing combined arms from like Destiny 1 into Destiny 2, but taking a step forward on making it even better with like more vehicles, larger maps, and fun things to do inside of the mode and whatever. Like, I really wish that there was more emphasis on making PvP also where Halo was. Even like how Halo had Infection and Forge and stuff like that to make maps. But when it comes to modes alone, that was like a huge thing when it came to Halo, to the point where Halo Reach literally had a skee ball with a golf club. Like, you had a golf club and you had a ball in front of you, and yeah, you it was awesome. Like, those are things that I really enjoyed about Halo. And normally I would not make this comparison if Bungie didn't make Halo. So seeing that kind of stuff inside of Destiny is where my mindset is for PvP, at least on the 6v6 area of the game. Not maybe like there could be like a 6v6 competitive mode as well, but the point is that's where at least I'm looking at when it comes to PvP. Is like God, words are hard. 3v3 should be more competitive, which is understandable, like elimination, trials, etc. And 6v6 should just be more about chaotic fun, messing with things, and so on. So yeah, I don't know how to feel. I really don't, because it's kind of like a let's see how things go. But a lot of people who are freaking out thinking that this is going to be like Destiny 2 vanilla kind of thing. No, I don't think it's going to get to that point. But I am worried that this is going to lead to more teams just sitting next to each other, which obviously is going to reward points to get special ammo. And also you are, winning matches because you're just sticking together and getting just a lot of easy kills, because obviously you're all working together like that, which, oh no, working together. But the point is that it's not fun. It's way too competitive. It's way too sweaty. It's not what everybody wants in every single mode, is what I'm saying. So if it turns into a boring experience where it's just a little kind of going a little bit too close on competitive in 6v6, when that was already an issue with the skill-based matchmaking and just how things have been, that I'm worried that it goes too far. That's what I mainly am saying. Like, I'm curious about these changes, and I welcome the idea of giving things a try. But I do still say that overall, there needs to be a choice of experience in PvP where there's fun and then there's competitive. And making like all these Crucible modes skill-based matchmaking and making them now all have checkmate and stuff like that, and I don't know. And I just wish that maybe one day we'll get an announcement where it's like, hey, remember combined arms? Well, it's coming back. It's gonna be like 8v8, and it'll be bigger maps with like vehicles and stuff. We got some new vehicles that aren't even in the game. Like, I know that we already have vehicles inside the game, but we're gonna have more new stuff. Like, that would be crazy. I'd be like, oh, this is gonna be fun to mess around with. Yes, it's not gonna probably be that competitive, but who cares? When I'm playing big team battle, I'm not like, oh man, this is gonna be super competitive. I just like the fun. That was one of the things I really, really liked about Halo when Bungie was in control of making PvP for Halo, was big team battle. And obviously Halo still has big team battle, and it's a lot of fun. So it'd be really nice to see if that would be kind of still the focus going forward, making things fun. Heck, even making the events inside of Destiny a lot more fun would also be a huge focus. Like, I still kept saying this, that I'm surprised we didn't have a snowball mode during Dawning. So yeah, fun. That's the priority. That's my take. I'm curious about the changes. I feel like in 3v3 these are very positive changes, but again, when it affects all of PvP, I'm curious on how things play out, because words are words. When you experience what the words do, that's where everything is a different. Yeah, because remember when when they announced Destiny 2 Vanilla, and they said all PvP modes were going to be competitive 4v4, all special weapons were going to go into the heavy slot, and people were cheering, and I was just sitting there like, why are we cheering about this? And you know, some people did enjoy that period of Destiny, but a lot of people didn't, and I just didn't really like it. It wasn't Destiny. It just kind of wasn't the chaotic fun that I expect it to be. So that's where I worry that the game goes a little too close to that again. But I'm not saying that that's what's happening here. That's where, again, where people freaking out, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch, because it's still going to be really fast time to kill, especially if you land your headshots. But when it comes to everything else, like getting special ammo and making things chaotic in 6v6, who knows? We'll have to see how it plays out. Also, Bungie continues to hate snipers. That is my end statement of the video. Make sure to smash that like button and smash the subscribe button if you want to, I guess. Oh God, excuse me, I'm still sick too. I hope you're all having a chibi-tastic day, night, evening, wherever you are. I want to know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. But regardless, thank you for listening. Let's see how things play out. Chibi out.